3 hikes in Scotland you must walk, each with a clear map and what to expect. This is a land shaped by ice and time, a landscape that demands respect and rewards the intrepid. We shall journey together through its wild heart, from its highest peak to its most iconic pathways. It is a place of breathtaking beauty, but also of sudden, dramatic change, where preparation is not just advisable, but essential. To guide our exploration, maps will appear for approach, key waypoints, and difficulty. These visual guides are crucial, for they translate the raw, untamed nature of these trails into a language we can understand, allowing us to navigate safely through these ancient lands. They reveal the contours of the challenge ahead and the havens of rest along the way. Our journey will be swift, but the memories, I hope, will endure. We shall cover 3 distinct experiences, each a testament to Scotland's diverse and dramatic character. Chapter 1. Our first pilgrimage takes us to the monarch of the British Isles, Ben Nevis. Here, near Fort William, the great mountain holds court, a colossal mass of ancient rock reaching for the heavens. The journey begins with a sense of quiet anticipation at the Glen Nevis Visitor Centre. From this gentle starting point, the path begins its relentless upward climb, a challenge that has tested climbers for generations. The air grows thinner, the world below shrinks, and a profound sense of scale begins to settle upon the soul. The most travelled route, the mountain track or the pony track, snakes up the western flank. It is a path trodden by thousands, yet it demands personal resolve from every individual. This is not a simple walk, it is an ascent. The path, initially clear and well-trodden, gradually transforms, its surface becoming a mosaic of stone and scree. The total distance to the summit and back is roughly 17 kilometers, about 10.5 miles. But it is the elevation gain, 1,352 meters, that defines this trek. One must be prepared for a long day, typically between 7 and 9 hours of sustained effort. The difficulty is undeniably strenuous, a physical and mental test where every step is earned. It is a journey that requires endurance and deep respect for the mountain's power. As you can see, our map clearly indicates the designated parking at the visitor centre. It highlights key waypoints like the halfway Lochan, Lochan Mial and T Swide, and the series of zigzags that mark the upper section. Notice the red lines indicating the safe descent path, crucial for avoiding the treacherous cliffs of the north face. This is not a place for shortcuts. The greatest hazard here is the notoriously fickle Scottish weather. A calm, sunny start in the glen can, with astonishing speed, transform into a maelstrom of wind, rain and fog on the summit plateau. Temperatures can plummet and visibility can drop to mere meters in an instant. This is why navigation skills are paramount. The summit itself is a vast, stony plateau, and in thick cloud, disorientation is a grave and common danger. Chapter 2. Next, we immerse ourselves in a journey not about conquering a single peak, but about traversing a living landscape rich with history and legend. The West Highland Way is one of the world's great long-distance trails, a 96-mile thread weaving through the fabric of the Highlands. We focus on one of its most dramatic sections, the leg from Glencoe's stark beauty to the shadow of Ben Nevis. This segment is the Highlands in their most elemental form. Starting near the iconic King's House Hotel in Glencoe, the path leads into a valley scarred by geology and history. The trail is a mix of ancient drove roads and military tracks, paths that have felt the footsteps of clansmen, soldiers, and shepherds for centuries. You're not merely walking, you're following ghosts through a landscape that remembers. Daily distances are manageable, 10 to 15 miles, allowing time to absorb the sheer grandeur. The terrain is varied, from the stony ascent of the Devil's Staircase, the highest point on the way, to the winding paths through the Mamore Mountains. The ground underfoot tells a story of its own, shifting from soft earth to rugged rock, demanding adaptability and a steady rhythm. Our map highlights this specific segment. It shows the starting point near Glencoe and the finish in Glen Nevis. Crucially, it marks potential refuges like bothies in the Mammoths and designated campsites. Note the alternate exit to Kinlochleven, a vital resupply town. Knowing these safe havens is essential for any multi-day trek. This section is rated as moderate, but its challenges are those of persistence. The Devil's Staircase is a steep, lung-busting climb, but the reward is one of the most sublime views in Scotland, looking back over magnificent Boachela Etiva Moor. Beyond the path descends into Kinlochleven, a welcome pocket of civilization, before rising again into the remote and beautiful Lyrigmore. The path stretches out before you, dwarfed by the surrounding peaks. It is a place for contemplation, a walking meditation, intimidating and profoundly peaceful. The final descent into Glen Nevis, with the bulk of the Ben looming larger with every step, is a fitting climax to this unforgettable chapter of a much longer story. Chapter 3. Our final expedition takes us across the sea to the Isle of Skye, an island of myth and geological wonder. Here, an extraordinary formation pierces the skyline, the Old Man of Storr. This is a landscape born of colossal ancient landslides, a place that feels more like fantasy than our world. The hike to its base is relatively short, but it is one of the most visually rewarding walks in Scotland. The journey begins from a dedicated car park on the main road north of Portree. From the start, the objective is clear, a jagged monolith standing sentinel. The route is an out-and-back trail, with small paths weaving through the sanctuary for a personal loop of discovery. The path climbs steeply on a well-maintained gravel track that soon gives way to a more rugged, earthy trail. The distance is a modest 3.8 kilometers, 2.4 miles, with about 340 meters of ascent. Most completed in about 2 hours, but to rush is to miss its purpose. This map clearly marks the main car park and the start of the trail. The primary viewpoint, that world-famous photograph, is highlighted. Steeper sections are marked in red, so you know where to expect the main effort. Nearest services back in Portree are noted for planning. As you climb, the view behind you opens, the sound of Rasay and the distant mainland. But it is the view ahead that captures the imagination. The path leads into a bizarre and beautiful collection of rock pinnacles, the sanctuary. The Old Man himself, a 50-meter-high finger of volcanic rock, weathered and defiant. Finding the perfect photographic viewpoint is part of the adventure. It is a place to pause, to breathe, and to marvel. Outro. And so our brief journey through the Scottish Highlands concludes. We have stood on the highest point in the kingdom, walked in the footsteps of history, and gazed upon rock formations that seem to defy gravity. Ben Nevis, the West Highland Way, and the Old Man of Storr offer a unique conversation with the natural world. Maps and links for each route are in the description. Hike safely and check the weather. Until our next exploration, walk well, like and subscribe.